Hey guys, welcome to the harbor, welcome to the studio today. Another exciting day full of just making music. I mean, there's anyways nothing else to do, which I actually like. It's still virus crisis, only allowed to be here in the studio and at home. Of course, no other human contact. And especially during these times, new creative tools for music producers are very, very welcome. Today, I'm continuing working on a song called Underwater. It's the one that sounds a little too much like sunglasses at night. I might have to change that, but I already showed you how I layered the synthesizers. If you've missed that, just check out the previous video. Today, continuing working on it and trying out a new plugin. The new plugin by KASHMR, which is one of these turn a knob and it will make everything kind of fat type of plugins. And yeah, just review it because I already got it for a couple of weeks. I got like an early access version, so I could already test it a little, give you some insights and actually check out if it's worth it, if it's something you should like consider buying and improve your music.
Can't help but take it farther. I'm breathing underwater.
So first of all, some general information about that plugin. It is branded, KASHMR branded. You already know the KASHMR stuff from all of the samples that are really, really nice, and a lot of producers are using them. This is the very first plugin called KSHMR Essentials, and it was made by WA Productions, who you might already know. It's like a company, they make plugins, they programmed it, it's their work, it's branded, KSHMR branded, and in collaboration with Splice. You can get it on Splice, you can buy it for $100 and you can like rent to own it, 20 installments of $5. And I don't know if KSHMR or how KSHMR was involved in making it. I know some artists that just slap their brand on stuff. Some artists get really involved. I don't know, no one knows. I honestly don't really care. I will just treat the plugin as a normal plugin and just check if it's something usable. I don't think that if you're a KSHMR fan and you want to copy his sound that you should get the plugin. That's definitely not what it's intended for. So this right here is KSHMR's Essential plugin. It's very simple. You got 5 tabs up here: bass, drums, kicks, synths, vocals, and underneath 8 knobs to change things. For example, on the bass, Harm X, which increases harmonies on a bass so that you can hear it on smaller speakers. Fuzz, pressure, excite, sub, which increases the sub frequency. You can switch between the notes, like the root note of your song. Then a side cut, width, and compression. We got an auto gain knob, which is nice and handy to have to be able to compare what the plugin is doing. A mix knob, also really, I mean, it's not really a knob, it's more sliding up and down. Absolutely like it. That's really necessary. Every plugin should have that so that you can dial in and out how much the plugin is actually doing. A clipper, and then we got like left, right, mono, just listening to the mono signal, and the stereo signals. So you can even do MS processing whenever necessary. Let's first, since it's already on the kick, or wait, first let me play you actually the song I'm working on today. It's called Underwater. At the moment, 46 tracks. This might be increased, very likely will be increased. And yeah, I already did the mixing that I showed to you in another video. If you're interested, you can check it out there, especially like layering sounds. And today it's like about the finer details, and this plugin is perfect for that kind of stuff.
I'm breathing underwater.
That's the kick. And now we can change, for example, the sub to G, because this kick is right around 50 Hertz. And that way increase like the root bass note of the kick. By double clicking on it, That's weird. Like if you double click any other one, it jumps back to like 0. But here, this one doesn't let you do it. Like a small little mistake. If you double click onto the value, you can just type it in, which I like. But you have to like double click in between of the value and the wheel outside to reset it. But anyways, that stuff is not that important. It's more about the sound. Let's check out the mid one. Definitely increases like the knock, like the woody part of the kick, and air is for the high frequencies, of course. That's perfect if you have like a kick that is like stuck in the mix and it doesn't really cut through. You can just turn up the air and get more high frequencies and make the click cut through a little more. Let's check the trance one. Okay, this one makes the kick really short, removes the bass a little. I don't really like that, at least on this kick. It's doing a little too much. It's like taking away from the kick, which I don't like, because I actually like, I like the kick as it is. Tape distortion. That one sounds actually nice. Pressure. And here, like this is an example where I would really love to know what it's doing. It says pressure. It can be anything. EQing, compression, parallel compression, saturation. It doesn't say. I mean, tape is pretty clear. Pressure, I don't know. I would love to have like a mouse over with a little box that says, hey, this and that is happening here. So yeah, it's a little easier to understand what the plugin is doing. Because this right here is just like, you slap it on, hit or miss. Compression. And the last one, width. And here, for example, I can hear that it's just like doing the width on the higher frequencies. Because for example, if I put it on mid, like the mid mono in the middle signal, it doesn't change the kick. If I go onto side, you can hear that like the click, which is originally in the middle, gets spread. So the width is just for the upper frequencies, which makes totally sense on a kick, but I would love to know. I would love to have a mouse over that says applies width to frequencies above, I don't know, 400, 500, 1000 hertz, whatever they choose. I would love to know. Let's test it out actually on vocals, because here on this track, I'm still not really 100% happy with the vocal sound.
We just living like it's all beneath us, drowning in the feeling, can't help but take it farther.
Let's add a little bit of air.
And we just living like it's all beneath us, drowning in the feeling, can't help.
Clarity. Again, I would love to know what it's actually doing.
And we just living like it's all beneath us, drowning in the feeling, can't help but take.
Glue.
And we just living like it's all beneath us, drowning in the feeling, can't help but take it farther. I'm breathing underwater. We just living like it's all beneath us, drowning in the.
I honestly love how they dialed all of these, because I know a lot of plugins, these one knob wonder plugins, where if you put it onto like 80%, 90%, 100%, it's very, very, very extreme. And I like it here. Like, even if you turn it up all the way, it's still, I mean, it's usually a little too much, but it's in a good range. Like, a lot of other plugins, you can only use it like to between 5% and 20%. Here you can go up to 80, and if you really want to, you can turn it up to 100, but 100 might be too much in most cases. And then we got one for like the entire drum section with air, body, details, pressure, glue, width, tape, and transient. So they're repeating. Like, width is on almost every single one, and I'm assuming, because again, I don't know, I'm assuming that the width is tweaked. For kicks, it's just doing like the upper frequencies. For drums, probably the same. For vocals, it might take the entire frequency spectrum and make it wide. For synths, maybe the same. I don't know. I would love to know. Like, a little pop-up explaining a little more would be really nice. Sound quality, as far as I can tell, is good. Like, there are no glitches, nothing sounds weird. The tape saturation is a nice one, but again, there is not much you can change. You can just dial it up, dial it down. That's it. So all in all, still a very good plugin. The sound is really good. If you're looking for something that acts like an Instagram filter, then go for it. The price, 100. I don't know. I really like 25. I'd say a no-brainer. Get it. 100. 100 is already quite a lot, even if you rent to own it. And especially since it's like KASHMR branded and he's making like millions, I think he should like do a similar approach to, what was his name again? Umed Özkan with his Genesis synth that was sold for €1. That's how an artist should give back to the community and not charge 100 for a plugin that, in my opinion, beginners might actually not have a huge benefit of. I think you should learn to cook your own recipes and develop your own style. So, I mean, honestly, I'll link it down below. Just go test it for yourself. The first 3 days, it's for free. You can rent to own it for a month for $5, which is fair, and then decide if you'll keep it or not. I don't know. It's good, but I don't know if it's necessary. I don't think it is necessary for a lot of things. And I honestly hope that they will not market it as buy this plugin and your songs will sound like KASHMR. If they do that, then shame on them, to be honest, because he didn't program it, maybe he helped develop it. I don't know how involved he was, but this plugin will not make your sounds, your tracks sound like KASHMR. You won't get up to the quality of his songs, because it's about the sound selection, the mixing, the arrangement, the musical parts of a song. It's not about like turning 8 knobs on certain elements and like blowing up your entire track. So treat it as Instagram filters. Slap it on, hit or miss. It might help you to get to a certain sound faster. Maybe this is like an introduction to then later on learn to do these things yourself. But so far, it's not an essential. It's not a must-have, especially not for $100. Back to working on the song and trying to finish it, because at the moment it's just about like EQing a little, compressing a little. Some things need to be fixed in the arrangement. The bridge isn't done at all. I still need to write some chords for the bridge and hopefully finish the song within the next 4 to 5 days.